Hey, good morning. Good morning to you. Happy Monday. It is Monday the 8th of June. Tanja here. Happy Queen's birthday and welcome to Tea with Tanja Lee, your regular cup of consciousness packed with loose leaf lessons and fully brewed blessings, all infused with self-love, self-awareness, personal development blends to give you access to heal and release the past, get clear about your passion and purpose, and help you become masterful at manifesting now. How are you? Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Jason. Jason Mills in the house. How lovely to have you here too. Ivana, Kylie, Catherine, good morning. A little mix-up this morning. Not mix-up isn't something wrong. I'm going water rather than tea. Hey, George, how are you? Kate, good morning. Elish, Jenny, George, Elish. Is it Elish? Elish. Can you tell me? Because I've asked this before and I don't feel like I've got it in my bones. Good morning, Christy, Pam, K for Cat, Katrina. Good morning. Hey, welcome to Tea with Tanja Lee. Water today because today's the beginning of a 3-day water fast and then a 4-day juice fast before I start F45 8-week challenge. I'm now taking my physical body onto a whole new level and about to achieve some personal goals. So today's day one. Good morning, Kani. How are you? So cheers to you. Not very attractive drinking from a bottle. Good morning, Melissa. So one word to describe how you're feeling right now. Just type it in. What's present? How you feeling right now? What am I feeling? I am feeling... I'm just feeling like gentle, actually. I've done my morning savers. I am about to go on a big beach walk after this. Morning, Alish, like lish like fish, Alish. Awesome. Thank you, Calm Star. Thank you, Alish. Alish, I love it. Alish. Joanne, good morning. Joanne's feeling great. Pam's content. Jason is connected. Yes, he is. Good morning. Suzanne Kalagari, how are you, my love? Okay, let's get stuck straight into it. So for those of you that have joined that haven't tuned in before, every Monday and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I just come here live to be of service in any way I can, providing leading life and business coaching. And there's no agenda other than to be of service. Monday is all about setting intention. It's all about what would you love for yourself and your life this week, and where are you stuck, and I'll work with you either here on Facebook, on Instagram, or here on Facebook. So start to think about what would you love this week and type it in and I'll pick one and we'll work with you today. And on Friday, I do Q&A Friday, and that's where I'll answer any question about where you might feel challenged, stuck, oscillating, personally, professionally, financially, in business, life, relationships, parenting, partnering, all of the above. So Sean is feeling inspired to make a difference. Sean, you're always feeling inspired to make a difference, my friend. Kylie is refocused, life-changing. You're welcome. Christy from A Bucket Full of Rainbows has officially launched her website. Congratulations. And this was all inside of this Intentional Monday. Christy was one of the questions we answered, and she got massive support from the community. She secured 3 accountability buddies who ensured that she did the work and stopped procrastinating to launch her website, A Bucket Full of Rainbows. Me too, says Sean. So Christy says, me too, Sean, inspired to make a difference. And so that's what's possible. So let's begin. What would you love? Where are you stuck? Where are you stuck? It could be, you can ask anything. It could be anything. It could be an intention in your business, an intention in your health. It could be a desire you want to fulfill in your parenting, partnering. I am here ready for you. So I am waiting for an intention. My intention this week is to complete 3 days of water fasting, 4 days of juicing. That's my intention, to complete that, to really kickstart a powerful cleanse in my body, to reset myself, because I'm feeling a bit sluggish and just not in great shape, and I've put on a couple of extra kilos, so I haven't made my health and well-being a major priority. I have had a number of other things that I've been dealing with, but today's the day that we kickstart that process. Claire, good morning. Nicole, great to have you here. Teenage struggles. All right. Infinite interior design. Okay, we've got also Eilish. How do I move a block within me? I want to change and I know what I need to do, but I have something deep that's holding me back. Okay, well, Eilish, are you happy to be specific and say, you know, what is it you want to do? So I'll work with you. And as I work with Eilish, I want you to imagine that it's you that's navigating whatever Eilish is navigating. And then you'll get the benefits and you'll receive the lessons and blessings from her sharing. So Eilish, if you are happy to work with me, let's go there. Let's have a look. COVID-19 kgs be gone. Thanks, F45. Yes, exactly. It's not, you know what it has been for me? Wine. I've been getting into wine. Look at me doing that. I've been getting into wine. So, Mandy, thank you, Mandy. So I'm just going to see if Eilish, I think I got it right, Eilish. Run for fun, says Luke. Happy for you to be your accountability buddy, cuz. Yes, of course, you can be my accountability buddy. Suzanne won F45 Fitness Challenge, which starts next Monday. So Eilish, what is it that you want to do? G'day, Simone, great to have you here. What is it you want to do and what do you think the block is? Let's shift it. Amazing, yes please. All right, Fast Game's a good game. So for those that are watching, please listen like it was you and type in anything that you love that I say or that anyone in the, you know, that you get for yourself, because the good thing about this community is it's really, really supportive. We really support each other. So Eilish, what is it that you want? What's your intention? What would you love to achieve this week? And where are you blocked? Because you say you know you're blocked, but knowing that you're blocked and doing the action are two different things. I love the shifts that COVID threw us. Yes, I agree with you, Luke. I've loved COVID, the transformational elements of COVID, the slowing down, the getting present, the shifting and sorting of what's really important to us. I don't love the deaths and the businesses that have struggled and the financial impacts, but I love the higher purpose of it. So I really struggle asking for help in study, work, home life, and I know I need it. Okay, great. So are you in a marriage, a relationship, a partnership? So that's the struggle. Share with us the intention. So Eilish, what is the intention? What is your desire? What would you love? What would you love this week? So we get the struggle that you struggle asking for help. So I want to know what's the intention. Said in another way, where would you love a breakthrough? Like a no kidding breakthrough. Good morning, Kathy. Great to have you here. Where would you absolutely love a breakthrough? And our friend, Mandy, as I'm coaching Eilish with your teenage struggles question, listen if I'm coaching you and see if you can get something for yourself. All right, so Eilish, what is your intention? What would you love? We know the struggle. What's the intention? Hey, good morning to you too, Kathy. What's the biggest shifts that you've had for yourself, Luke? So you love the shifts that COVID threw us. Where have you shifted? Because you're a very committed and dedicated person to your running and your training and your daily practice. So where's been the greatest shifts for you? And I'm curious for everybody else, just while we're waiting for Eilish, what's been the biggest shift for you during COVID? A breakthrough is exactly what Tanja can give you. Thanks, Carmen. I really appreciate that. That's the space I work in, a breakthrough. Okay. I need the help and support I want it to move forward, and I need get over myself and stop being so scared of the what ifs. Okay. So Eilish, I'm assuming it's okay for me to give you some coaching because you're here, okay? And that's it. I just want you to know so this is good, but what I want is for you to distill it down into a really clear statement of what it is that you desire. Everybody else that's on, if you have an intention, whether you share your intention as well, because I'm going to reverse engineer the content as much as possible to suit all of you whilst I'm coaching Eilish. Now, Eilish is saying she wants a breakthrough and asking for help, I can see. But Eilish, what is the end result? Have you got an assignment that you want to complete? Have you got a result you want to produce? Have you got a thing you want to make happen? So just notice how much I want you to be specific is the coaching. Be really, really specific. Christy from Bucket Full of Rainbows is saying it's okay to ask for help. Damn straight it is. Okay, I need the help and support, but I want you to be specific. This is part of the way that you can have a breakthrough, my friends, is when you're absolutely specific in your request. See, if the universe, I've said this many times, if the universe is a cosmic kitchen of life and everything you think and say is an order, you're ordering, sending a docket to the kitchen in the sky, and the chefs, the conscious chefs are going, oh, okay, that's a really clear order. We want a tofu stir fry with roasted cashews, light on the tamari. Bang. If it's like, I think I want a rare rump with some mash. No, actually, no, make it roast potato. No, make the potatoes sweet. You get my point? So if you want to produce breakthroughs for yourself in your life, you've got to get crystal clear. Stephen R. Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, habit number 2 is begin with the end in mind. So when we begin with the end in mind, we focus on our desire. We focus on the thing that we want. You want to articulate that really clearly. Not what you think you need to break through to get it, but I mean the thing you want. So, Eilish, you've been sharing that you need help and support. Okay, here we go. This is where we're getting to the juice. Yes, I've got some assignments that I'm struggling with. I need support from my workplace to get content for the assignment, but afraid of the judgment for not knowing already. Okay, great. So now I can really work with you because you've been specific. So you've got to so now I want you to work with me even more. How many assignments do you need to complete and by what day this week, Eilish? And just type in as fast as you can. Luke's saying biggest lesson is to breathe. Stephen R. Covey. And by the way, my friends on Facebook and on Instagram, as we start coaching and helping Eilish create a breakthrough, anything that I say that you think, oh, that's a good lesson, that's a good blessing, that's a good thing, let's type that in. I would love you to. Okay. By the way, I love you. I love you for being here. I love you for tuning in, even on a public holiday where you could be sleeping in. And I love that you're here to be of service to whoever I work with because, you know, it takes a village, as they say. Okay, 1 by Friday, 2 by the end of the month. Okay, so Eilish, let's just work with you on the 1 by Friday because it's more digestible, and the breakthrough you'll get today, you can apply to the 2 that you need by the end of the month, okay? So Stephen R. Covey, he wrote the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, one of the best-selling books of all time, and he really distills what are the 7 habits of highly effective people. Habit number 2 is begin with the end in mind. Get really clear about the end result you want to achieve and then reverse engineer your actions to make it happen. Okay, so Eilish wants to complete an assignment by the end of this week, right? I love you so much, Tanja. You are here for us even on a public holiday. Yes, Sean, of course I am, my friend. Transformation doesn't take a holiday. Love and service and magic and inspiration, in my books, it doesn't take a holiday. So of course I'm going to show up for you. Oh, my cheeks are sore. So thank you for being here. All right. So think about, like Eilish has got her goal by the end of the week. What is your goal? Type it in so maybe I can kind of cross-pollinate. Carmen is out doing 5,000 steps before breakfast and grateful to listen to you whilst pumping out these steps. Beautiful. Go you. All right, so that's the end result. We're going to complete an assignment. Now we know the current reality, what's getting in the way. So powerful creators, to create a breakthrough, you need your target, you need your goal, and you need your current reality. The current reality is said in another way, it is our inner saboteur's relationship to producing the goal. Okay, so Eilish has a goal. She wants to get this assignment done by the end of the week. That's the desire. Over here in her current reality, she's got, I'm afraid to ask for help. I'm afraid that people will judge me, that I don't know this stuff already. So we're going to look at having a breakthrough in her current reality so she can just get in and take the steps she needs to make to produce that result. Okay, you ready, Eilish? Thank you so much, everyone that's being of service. So now, Eilish, what I want you to get is you have a clear goal now. You've got an assignment to complete. Your current reality, your belief system is You're afraid of people's judgment, of you not knowing the answers and the content already, and you're afraid to ask for help. So why are you afraid? What are you afraid that people will think of you asking for help and the judgment around the content? What's the fear? Kani's saying, Tim Habby, a breakthrough. Target, goal, current reality. Yes, to have a breakthrough. Thank you, Kani. Oh, good note taking. Target and your goal and your current reality, really clear. My intention is to connect with people daily and not distract by incoming calls and emails. Awesome. So Eilish, you're worried about asking for help and you're worried about people's judgment that you should know the content. Why are you worried about that? What's the reason you're worried about that? Let's get this clear for ourselves. By the way, our inner saboteur is when we are in our ego orientation. And when we're in our ego orientation, because you have two orientations, there's two places that you can be in, two modes of apparatus. Your soul, which is you and your higher self, you just go directly for what you love. It's all about your heart and fulfilling your desires. No need for validation, no need to, just unapologetically you. And then we have our ego or our inner saboteur. He and she, their agenda, as I say all the time, is to seek validation because our core belief is we're not good enough. And when we're not good enough and we seek validation, we say yes when we mean no, we people please, we don't ask for help, we hide, and we don't go for the things in our life because we don't want confirmation that we're not good enough. Eilish is saying the fear of getting something wrong and failing them and letting them down. Okay, Eilish, great. Thank you for being so clear. You're doing a beautiful job. Eilish, I want you to think about your very first memory of getting something wrong. And if you have to close your eyes, and anyone else working with themselves while we do this live coaching session, if you have to close your eyes and put your hand on your heart and really go in, desensitize to go, okay, when is my first memory of doing something wrong and letting people down? When is my first memory of that? And just tune in, Eilish, and see what comes. Being vulnerable is powerful, Christy. Yes, that's amen to that. My intention is to break through my thoughts that I can't learn. Kylie, yes, it's just a disempowering belief. Create an empowering belief. If you think you can't learn, guess what? Your subconscious gets to be right that you can't learn. Suzanne's intention is to send emails to lovely people who have said yes to my complimentary Zoom cooking class. Emily, Kathy, and Christy, stay tuned. Awesome. So, Eilish, when is your first memory of failing or getting something wrong and letting people down? It'll be there if you take the time to take a look. So take a look. By the way, this is what I do as a coach with people. I help them clarify their goals and their intentions. I help them get clear about what is their disempowered belief system in their current reality. It is not who we are today. It is typically something that's happened in the past that is here in the present and filed in the future. And it's a roadblock and a handbrake for us acting and taking the steps forward to produce the result. So we're actually being right about the crappy beliefs we decided when this thing happened, rather than just freaking going for stuff in our life. So, this is what we're doing here. So, Eilish, are you there? And Diana, look at you. You've got 4 complimentary Zoom cooking classes, Suzanne. That's awesome. Good morning, Libby Taylor, who's just tuned in. Libby, we're working on Intentional Week. We're helping someone on this call have a breakthrough in achieving a certain result and absolutely smashing and shape-shifting a belief that I reckon's been there for a long time that's really hindering her from asking for help and being courageous and, seeking support. So, Eilish, my friend, and you don't have to write a huge novel if you're typing. Ivana's intention is to be consistent, especially with your well-being. Yes, amen to that. Consistency is the mother of all success. If you go to the gym and you work out once and you lift up your shirt looking for your six-pack or your biceps or your perky booty, it ain't going to happen. You got to do it consistently. Okay, Eilish, I feel like my birth was the first time. I wasn't born normal and feel like that let my parents down from the get-go. Okay, so Eilish, I really relate to this because when I was born, so I'm an only child, when I was born, I was 5 weeks overcooked, and so the placenta was actually peeling off the womb wall. And the doctor even said to my dad, you may have to make a decision who lives here. It's pretty touch go. So I was 5 weeks overcooked, and it was an emergency Caesar. So when I've done a lot of processing for myself, and what I got was I was born into fear, because my mum was in a lot of fear. So I was born into the energy of fear, and I also made the decision that I've done something wrong because my very birth nearly killed my mother. Do you get that? So my existence, my birth, my coming here to planet Earth almost killed the woman that co-created me. Like, fuck, I've done something wrong. Okay. Now that belief, even though you think, how can you make that decision as a baby? Trust me, friends, you absolutely can. You get born into a certain consciousness and a certain energy, and part of the hero's journey is to find out, uncover, and discover what that actually is. So what I got when I did that was I then formed this unconscious belief that I don't deserve love, because if my birth nearly caused my mother to die, I did something really wrong. I don't deserve love. And so that decision doesn't stay back on the 5th of the 5th, 1972 in a hospital in Armidale, New South Wales when I was born. That decision gets imprinted in my consciousness and actually forecasted in my future, where my subconscious belief system has to be right about it, and I will actively manifest situations to make that happen. So Eilish, great discovery. For however you discovered that for yourself, you know that you made the decision, a pretty big decision, when you were born, that the birth was not normal, and you let your parents down. So that's what happened. Now, this is where your opportunity for a breakthrough is. Eilish, what happened in your birth? Were you a Caesar? Were you breech? Like, what actually happened in your birth? Let's have a look. What happened? Kathy's saying the belief not good enough is to be identified and unsubscribed to in our life. It is the handbrake and roadblock stopping us from achieving our results. Amen, Kathy. And that belief is the reason I exist. That belief is the thing that I show up for every single day to help people shapeshift their reality around it. Melissa, my biggest COVID shift was and still is making my personal health a priority. Good on you, Melissa. Well done. I miss your mandalas, Melissa. I think it's time for another one. Care for me, says Luke. Awesome. Getting a lot of compassion here. So just not a big novel, Eilish, but just share with us what happened in your birth, my love. What actually happened? I've shared what happened for me. And so the work that I'm doing with myself, because, you know, I'm 48, I've got 48 years of mental programming, neurological pathways that are formed to believe that I've done something wrong, that it's my fault, and I don't deserve love. Okay, now, so consider you also have a belief. You will have a belief for yourself in your life, whether it's about your birth, whether it's when you got a question wrong in class and the teacher and the kids laughed at you, whether it's when you put your heart into a relationship and you poured yourself into someone and they left you, whether you failed in athletics, you fell over in hurdles at athletics. Like, this is the journey of our life. Stuff happens, shit happens, and it's not what happens to us that defines us. It's what we define as a result and decide as a result. So we're going to see what Eilish has defined and decided, because it's not new. Notice how I didn't go straight to resolving the current reality, because it's never the current reality that is hindering the future fulfillment for us. Someone type that in. It is the beliefs that we formed many moons ago, and it's the little Tanjas and the little Eilish and the little Shawns and the little Lukes that are really governing our lives today. Wasn't necessarily the birth itself, but I had some physical deformities that weren't expected. Okay, got it. So it wasn't your birth experience like mine, but when you were born, you had a physical deformity or something that wasn't normal. Yes? Okay. And so that's what happened. You were born with something different. Thank you for revealing that and being really honest, my love. I appreciate your courage and vulnerability on a public platform. Can we please, in this moment, even on Facebook, just give Eilish some love? Because she's showing up and sharing herself. And I hope what she's sharing is of service to all of us, because it is, of course, always to me, but just give her some love. Give her some love through emojis, give her some love through comments on Facebook, because she's showing up. And that's really important. Thank you, Jenny. Some love for Eilish, yeah, because she's doing the work, showing up and doing the work. Good for you. Now, so Eilish, That's what happened. You were born with something or some things that weren't normal. Yeah, she's saying, Eilish, she's saying, this shit is scary, friends. We've never met in person. She's just connected with me on Instagram. She knows there's an audience on Facebook and there's an audience on Instagram, and she's saying, I really want to get this assignment done, but I believe that, I've done something wrong and I'm going to fail and let people down. And why I believe that is because when I was born with deformities. Like, come on, let's give this, beautiful Braveheart some kudos and some love for her brave heart. Yes, this shit is scary, but you're doing it anyway because you're up for a breakthrough. Now, Eilish, that's what happened. What happened was you were born, whatever normal is, right? Without that. You had some deformities. And I don't even need to know what that is. That's irrelevant. So if you're wondering what they are, it doesn't matter what they are. But what matters is, Eilish, what did you decide? And it doesn't even matter how old you were because it wasn't your birth experience, but what did you decide? So when you were aware that you had something different. So you weren't normal. You were born with deformities, as you put it. What did you decide as a result? What was your decision? Type that in. Cheers. Make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you're enjoying your tea or coffee. This will be what I am going to be enjoying for 3 days. I've never done a water fast. I've done many 14-day juice fasts, but this was recommended by a very close girlfriend of mine, Vass, who is the creator of the Rose Apothecary, the best products, which I'm going to do a post on later today. Tell you what, if you want some nourishment, people often ask me actually, how's your skin so good? Number one, I say happiness. Typically, I'm pretty happy. But also natural products, and I'm going to share with you what I use that makes a difference. Eilish, speak your truth, honey. You will have amazing breakthroughs, Tanja, and we are here for you. Okay, so what happened was Eilish was born with some abnormal deformities, as she puts it, right? It's not normal. And she's saying what she decided as a result when she became conscious of those differences was I wasn't enough or perfect or what my parents were expecting. Thank you for being so honest. Now, if you're not enough or perfect or what your parents were expecting, what were you telling yourself? What were you? So I'm not enough. I'm not perfect, and I'm not what my parents were expecting. So and I'm getting goosebumps because this is the access to the breakthrough that's coming. I'm what? What's underneath that? I'm not good enough, I'm not perfect, and I'm not what my parents were expecting. Therefore, I'm a what? And no one else fill it in. This is for Eilish to fill in. This is her breakthrough, but you can be listening for yourself. Oh, good to hear, Melissa. She's really enjoyed the mandalas, but she's been working on some different creative projects. Eilish, what else did you decide? You decided you weren't good enough. You decided you weren't perfect. You decided you weren't what your parents were expecting. So what did you decide you were? There'll be something else. I can feel it. We're holding space for you. Type it in. Look at all the love that's coming through for you on Insta. You guys on Facebook can't see this, but I can feel that you are doing the work. TBE16's tuned in. Hey TBE16, thanks for tuning in. We're in the middle of helping our friend Eilish produce a breakthrough because she made some pretty big decisions for herself in her life. There you go, Eilish. Mic drop. Boom. You decided, I'm not worthy of love or support. So that's what's showing up. It's not the deformities that you see. It's not the things that aren't normal. What you decided at a very young age is, I am not worthy of love and support. And that decision didn't get filed when you were 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 or whenever you made that decision. That decision goes boom, and you file it in the future. And what you do is you go around life with this viewfinder of, I am not worthy of love and support. And the first benefit of your ego, remember there's 5 benefits our ego gets. The first benefit is you have to be right. You have to be right that you are not worthy of love and support. So guess what? Freaking awesome. You're being right. You're right about the belief. How old were you, Eilish? How old were you when you decided you're not worthy of love and support? How old were you? By the way, sister, I'm so freaking proud of you right now because this is where it's at. This is your Achilles heel. This is your handbrake that's been running your life. How old were you when you decided that? And how old are you now? Put the age you decided it from your memory, and then a / and your age now. How old when you decided that, and how old are you now? And my friends, if you're working on your own intention, yes, good morning and thank you for the intro. You're very welcome. Just wanted to give you some perspective. The B16, DB16, TB16. So Eilish, how old were you when you made that decision, and how old are you now? And can someone that's really good with maths work out how many years Eilish has been believing that she's not worthy of love and support? Because today you're going to have a breakthrough, sister. You got to break down before you break through. Ain't that the truth? You have to break down before you break through. So, Eilish, how old? Now, can you see what's happened here, my friends? Something happened. And it's not what happened that defines us, whether it's an abnormality, deformity, some traumatic experience. Please believe me, because I've been doing this work for 25 years now, and I've heard so many stories of simple happenings and massively traumatic happenings, and everyone makes the same decision that they're not good enough. Eilish has got a bit more of a decision of she's not worthy of love and support. Earliest I can think of is 3, getting bullied for being different and not getting the help I need, and I'm now 24. Okay, so for 21 years, here's what you want to get, Eilish, and I'm so freaking proud of you right now. Give us some more love, please, my friends. Just give us some more love. Whether you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram, please send someone that's being really courageous. Thank you. Yes, 21 years. Good on you. All our friends that are quick. Now, Eilish, can you get that at 3 years of age, when you were bullied and picked on for having something different to everybody else, that's what happened. But what you decided is, I'm not worthy of love and support. And that decision has governed your life for 21 years, because our ego, our inner saboteur, has to be right about that belief. And so that belief has been in your present and your future. And even though you'll go for things, you'll go for jobs, you'll go for relationships, you'll go for opportunities, you probably haven't fully gone for it. You probably haven't just like surrendered all disbelief and absolutely charged towards your heart's desire, because you would have had this handbrake holding you back, all the brakes kind of screeching, that are fueled with, I'm not worthy of love and support. Can you see that? And you probably could share a whole lot of evidence that you have to be right about that belief that you formed. Now, Eilish, if we don't shift this belief today, what is the inevitable future? By the way, before you answer that, Eilish, what are the impacts? How is this belief that I'm not worthy of love and support, how has this impacted yourself and your life? Thank you, Melissa. It's not what happens that defines us. It is what we decide and define as a result. So, Eilish, how does this impact you, feeling not worthy of love and support? How does it impact you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, financially, creatively, and anything else that ends with Lee, including Tanja Lee? Cheers. I'll let you know. I'll be sharing. If you're curious how I feel after 3 days of just water fasting, I'll do some shares on my Insta story just for interest's sake. All right, Eilish, what are some of the impacts? Now, if you're watching this on Facebook, what do you reckon some of the impacts for a human being would be if they decided, I am not worthy of love and support? How would this impact themselves in their lives? What do you think? Type it in. Joanne saying, no judgment here. Isn't that great? You got just beautiful people working with you, Eilish. So type in both on Facebook and Instagram. What do you reckon the impacts would be for someone that's for 21 years has been living like they aren't worthy and can't actually get support from someone, because at 3 they were bullied because they were different. I learned that asking for help didn't get me anywhere, so it was easier to stop. That's a whole lot of emotional trauma caged within me for the last 21 years. Yeah, well, that's what you learnt. Now, Eilish, here's the truth serum. Here's the tough love. And I mean, this comes from every single drop of blood inside of my body and every ounce of marrow in my bones. The impact of you believing that that's true is significant. It'll suppress your mojo. It'll have you stressed. It'll have you mentally not clear and strong. Emotionally, that's the biggest messer-upper, is because emotionally you will be like lack confidence, lack courage, you'll be hard on yourself, you'll be stressed out and anxious and fearful, and spiritually you'll be unfulfilled. Now, it's easier to stop. Of course it is. It's easier to stop and it's easier to quit. And that's why only a small percentage of people are actually successful on the planet, because when we try to do things and we don't get the results that we desire, we quit because it's too painful. It's too painful, and it confirms that we're not good enough and we're not worthy of love and support. And as you said, you've been living in trauma for 21 years. Now, Eilish, are you picking up what I'm putting down here, sister? Can you see that you created a belief at 3 that's influenced your whole life for 21 years? And I know you're like a squirrel in the forest, gathering acorns of evidence to be right about this belief. But that you've been living in trauma for 21 years. Now, Eilish, answer this question for me, please. What is the inevitable future if you don't shift this today? How will your life look in the future if you don't actually create a whole new empowered belief? I'm crying here. I'm experiencing all of those things you just described. Of course you have, my love. I get it. Of course you have. And by the way, crying is perfect. It's spiritual housekeeping. I'm here for you, and so is this community. Can we just send some love to Eilish as she's vulnerably and nakedly sharing herself in service of herself and others that are tuning in and staying in the conversation? Eilish, this belief that you formed at 3 has been governing your life for 21 years. And you've been unconsciously gathering a shitload of evidence to be absolutely right about it, but it's stressing you out. You lack clarity and focus. You're emotionally traumatized and you're spiritually unfulfilled. And your currency is you get to be right about your belief. Freaking awesome. Congratulations. What is the inevitable future, Eilish, if we don't shift this today? What is your likely life to look like? Type it in. Thank you for all the love for Eilish. What's the inevitable future? Our friends on Facebook, can you give Eilish some love too? Because she may jump over and have a look at that. Just send her an emoji and some love. So Eilish, what is the inevitable future if we don't shift this today? Thanks for your support, everyone. That's just helping another friend have a breakthrough. And I'd love you to share. What are you hearing for yourself? As we work together, what are you hearing for yourself? You are very courageous and brave, Eilish, says Sean, sending lots of love. Eilish, tell me, what is the inevitable end result? Good morning, Paul. Paul, we are in the middle of one of our followers, Eilish, having a breakthrough. She's uncovered a belief that she formed at the age of 3, and that belief is that I'm not worthy and I don't deserve to help and support. And that belief has influenced her life for 21 years. Eilish, come on, honey, fast game's a good game. It'll be the inevitable end result, according to Eilish, will be a cycle of disbelief, not moving forward if I don't change now, and I'll be living in the past. Boom shakalaka, exactly. Eilish, it's a simple answer, yes or no. Who's responsible for the belief that you are not worthy and you don't deserve support? Who's responsible for that belief? Is it the kids that bullied you? Is it the surgeon that, brought you into this world? Is it your parents? Is it God? Is it Source? Who is it? Who's responsible for the decision that you aren't worthy of love and support? I am. Awesome. Are you willing to take responsibility in this moment, right here, right now, on 8:38, on the 8th of June, 2020? Are you willing to take responsibility for that decision? Because it's not the lack of normal or deformities that you speak of that's the problem here. That is what it is. The problem is you made a decision at 3 that's governed your life for 21 years, and you've got an assignment on Friday. You won't get that shit done unless you take responsibility for the decision and create a whole new way of being. So are you willing to take responsibility for that? Yes, I have to. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. I want to know, do you choose to? Because have to can come from like I have to, like a victim orientation. You choose to. Choice comes from your empowered state. I want to ask you again, Eilish, are you willing to choose to take responsibility for a belief that you made at 3 that's influenced your life for 21 years, my love? Yes or no? Then we can really get this breakthrough happening. Need some thinking music. Type it in. Are you willing to choose? Yes or no? Not have to. Are you willing to choose to? I choose to. Boom. Yes, she does. That was a weird sounding Kermit voice. Okay. Awesome. Eilish, you are on the precipice of a breakthrough because for the first time in 21 years, you've brought deep consciousness to what's going on in the background of your mind and the deep subconscious. You are saying, I'm responsible for the choice that I made. When you take responsibility for the disempowered beliefs that you choose, you then relate to yourself as able to respond differently. So Eilish, the triple decker goosebumps right now. That shitty belief, we know the impacts, we know the inevitable future. You're responsible. It's not what happened to you, it's what you decided as a result. So Eilish, it is also not what you do that influences what you have so you can be happy and be someone that takes these actions. It's all inside of who you're being. Who you be influences what you do, therefore creates what you have. So we need to be someone with a much better belief than I'm not worthy of love and support. So, Eilish, what would be an empowering belief? Because here's the deal. Can you get that you at 21, what's really been running the show of your life, or as I say in coaching, driving the bus of your life, is a 3-year-old. Your 3-year-old has been in charge because she's been addicted to being right about her decisions that she's not worthy of love and support. We know that's not going to work for you. You got an assignment on Friday. You got 2 that's due at the end of this month. You got a fucking awesome life to live. And on my watch, imaginary watch, that's what happens. You're going to live an awesome life. And you're not going to be 21 run by a 3-year-old. You with me? So, if you can create a belief at 3 that's going to run your life for 21 years, right here, right now, you can create a belief at 8:41, maybe 8:42 by the time you answer, that's going to reframe and recreate and reprioritize the trajectory of where your life's going. And you're going to get access to a breakthrough and you're going to smash this freaking assignment. And by the way, it's not about the assignment. It's never about the thing we want. This Intentional Monday, my friends, isn't just let's do a nice little to-do list. This is about you doing the work that Eilish is doing. This is about you uncovering and discovering the handbrakes of your potential and where you're not fuel injected with self-love and self-worth and why your motor of your life isn't going anywhere. Yes, awesome. Eilish, I want you now to create an empowering belief for yourself. Because that's not true what you decided. It's just a decision that governed your life. You were born the way you were born. You're unique and special and amazing and just different. And we all have some kind of differences. Now, I'm not taking away the pain and suffering that you've endured by unconscious kids who feel more power when they bully others. I was bullied too. But this is your opportunity to create your future right now in this moment. So Eilish, I want you to just really sit with, if you have to desensitize and close your eyes and tune into what would be an empowered belief. What could you believe? Yeah, you're a bit different. Got it. And what is possible? Is it possible that you are worthy of love and that you can have all the support that your heart desires? Is that possible? Is it possible that you'll be brave and courageous and charge the frontier of your heart's desires? Like, make it up. This is how this works. We know what doesn't work. But now I want you to bring your consciousness to what would be an empowered belief. Who could you be for yourself and your life, my love? Type it in. Melissa, how awesome it would be to have uncovered all of this as a 21-year-old. I love your work, Tanja. Melissa, this is right. I work with people in their 50s, in their 60s that have suffered for decades. Decades. So Eilish, what is your, empowered belief? What would be a belief that would have you absolutely feel worthy and ask for support because you're worth it? By the way, do you know that the number one thing that people love to do the most is to help others? I've been a coach for 25 years, and when I ask people, what do you love? Guess what? Every single one says, I love helping people. So, Eilish, you asking for help is going to give people access to what they love the most, which is to serve others, to help others. Because when we serve others, we feel good. So you not asking is ripping people off. So tune in, my love. in this moment, on this day, you're going to create a new empowered belief that's going to give you access to act differently. What is it? What could you choose to believe? Now, it's not as simple as, boom, I believe this, because Eilish has 21 years of neurological pathway programming, meaning her brain is hardwired to fire in I'm not worthy and I don't deserve support. So she's going to have to really feel this belief and act upon this new belief that she's creating in this moment, I hope. She's going to have to really get responsible for actively juicing this up every day and doing the work, because her brain is going to pull her back to I'm not worthy and I don't deserve support. So Eilish, what is a new, useful or helpful or empowered belief, my friend? Kathy's got some suggestions here. I can create my own world of love and support because I deserve it. Now, beautiful. So if you were to squish this down, rather than I can create my own world of love, could you squish it down to something tighter that's more I am worthy of love and support and I deserve it? Not I can create, because you can, but we can take all those words out and just say I am. Because my friends, I am ... are the two most important words you can say for yourself in your life ever. So when you say I am things that are disempowered, you're programming your subconscious brain. If you say I am worthy of love and support and deserve it, then you create a whole new belief for yourself. So Eilish, I'm inviting you to remove I can create, because we know that you just did. And I want you to write an I am statement. I am love and supported. Great. I am love and supported. Now, I am love and supported. Does that feel different to I'm not worthy in love and don't deserve support? Is that a different belief? And worthy of love and support. I am worthy of love and support. I am loved and supported. I am loved and supported. That's a whole different paradigm, my friend. What would life be like for you, Eilish, if you, from this Intentional Monday session, when we hang up Instagram and Facebook shortly, and thanks again to everyone that stuck around to support Eilish, and I hope you're hearing something for yourself. When we hang up shortly, your work is to literally, if you're saying I am loved and supported, then you got to do actions that are in alignment with that. So I am loved and supported is who you're being, not I'm not worthy of love and support. I am loved and supported. Then you're going to go do loved and supported actions. And then you're going to have the results of someone that feels loved and supported. Okay, so Eilish, are you willing to adopt the belief, suspend all disbelief of other stuff? Are you willing to be responsible for believing and actively reminding yourself every day that you are loved and supported and you're worthy of it? Are you willing to do that? Yes or no? Yes or no, honey? It's a long one today, but it's worthwhile. Are you willing to adopt the belief that you are loved and supported? And if you answer yes, great, thank you. Yes, there's a bit of a delay. What action will you take this week to demonstrate that belief in action? So it's nice that it's cognitive, and it's awesome that you've had a breakthrough in creating a new empowered belief, but it doesn't come to fruition unless you are this belief in action. You have to be the new memory in motion, and that takes work. So if you're choosing to believe that you are loved and supported, because you are, what action are you going to take this week to produce the result of that assignment is done? What action are you going to take? Type it in. Hi, Olivia. Olivia. We are in the middle of a breakthrough. Actually, no, we're 3/4 away through a breakthrough. Now, we're going to see rubber hit the road, because Eilish is going to create her things that she's going to do this week to produce the result by the end of the week. So Eilish, if you were being loved and supported, what action are you going to take today? I'm going to ask for support of the parts that I need. Good. Who are you asking support from at work and at home? And just notice when you ask for support what comes up, because I promise you who will show up to the conversation if you're unconscious is your 3-year-old trying to sabotage you because she's been safe there for 21 years. So who specifically are you going to ask for support from at work and at home? And that's your action for today. That's what you're going to do today. And each day you're going to get what you need to hit that goal, because we're going to hold you accountable. By the way, let's do this for Eilish. Who on this call right now, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, would be willing to hold Eilish accountable for taking the actions she needs to today and every day this week to have that assignment smashed to a high level as a demonstration of her being loved and supported? It's not about the assignment. The assignment's going to forward her. This is about her reframing who she is. Who, by a show of hands or me, would be willing to be her accountability buddy? Please, please step up. Great. Christy from Bucket Full of Rainbow says she's happy to do that. Sometimes it's good to have more than one. Is there anyone else that would be willing to support Eilish so she has a breakthrough? Thank you, Christy. I love your support. I'm going to ask my boss for support at work with any questions that I need help with. Great. I promise you, your boss will be wrapped and then your ego is not in the way going, well, what do they think of me? And I'm not worthy of love and support. No, you're going to walk in there worthy of love and support saying, hey, I've got this assignment due. By the way, when you're educating yourself, you're more valuable to the company you're working in. So your boss is going to be happy for you, I'm sure. Story 1, a thumbs up. Does that mean you are willing to be an accountability buddy for Eilish? So Christy in story 1, if that's a yes, your thumbs up, can you make sure you DM Eilish to say you're willing to be an accountability buddy? Joanne Dankwert off Facebook is also willing to be an accountability buddy for you too, Eilish, if you want to head over to the video on Facebook. So you got 3. So great. Now, Eilish, who are you going to, and Carney Will, you got 4. We're at an auction now. Thank you, beautiful Carney Paris, my gorgeous soul sister that came to Egypt with me. In 2017. Didn't we have an amazing time? Okay, so great. So prepare your questions, set it up, get in touch with your boss, be intentional. Don't drip feed the questions. Have a little list and just, smash it out. And who are you going to ask for help from home? Now, your accountability buddies, here's what's required. You're not only holding her account to take the actions she's declaring now and to produce this breakthrough by the end of the week, but you're going to be listening for who's driving the bus of her life. Is it the 3-year-old or the 21-year-old with her new belief of I'm worthy? Awesome. All right. So I am going to begin to wrap this up because we've been on here for far out nearly an hour, but I hope it was valuable. So Eilish, congratulations. Your intention this week was to actually complete an assignment. And what you got clear about in your current reality is you made a decision at 3 when you were bullied by kids for having what you call abnormal deformities. And you decided that you're not worthy of love and support. And that decision has governed your life for 21 years. It's impacted you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And you got to see today, if you didn't change that belief, you were headed down to victim town with the same results for the rest of your life, never ever fulfilling your potential. Stressed out, confused, emotionally in trauma, and unfulfilled. And then one day we're dust. And today you took responsibility for that belief. Today you did the work on a public forum and got to see that you could choose to be loved and worthy and supported. And not only are you choosing it, but now today you're going to take some actions to be that belief in motion. So you're believing something differently, you're going to do something differently, and you're going to produce different results, my love. So it is amazing, Carney. You're so welcome, Eilish. Thank you for the privilege to be of service to you. Now, Eilish, Friday, so when you say this assignment's going to be complete, is it going to be complete on Friday or Sunday? Because on Friday, when we're here to do Q&A Friday, where I come and do some live coaching, I'd love you to report in if it's due, or at least where you're at and how you're going. So, my friends, I want to say, Eilish, thank you for your bravery, your courage, and your willingness to be vulnerable and seen and heard in a public forum as we work together. That's the work. That's the work. In 50 odd minutes, we helped someone uncover a 21-year-old belief that was hindering their heart being fulfilled. And I agree with you, Melissa. Imagine how many of us have those things holding us back. That's why I do what I do. So thank you for tuning in, Eilish. I'm proud of you. I love you. I have zero doubt. But I want updates from you. So you can DM me. You got 4 accountability buddies. Slide in to Eilish's DMs. Eilish, you've got Joanne Dank as well. So head to my Facebook page, The Tanja Lee, and you can thank her for putting her hand up too. It's due Sunday, but I will hopefully have it finished before Friday. I want you to just take hopefully out of the equation. Okay, you create your reality through your words. You can say, it's due Sunday, but I intend to have it finished before Friday. It's way more powerful. Okay, hopefully has the saloon doors of commitment swinging, like maybe, should. I intend. That's an intention. Clarity around your target, clear about your current reality, set your intention. And it happens in language. Awesome. Okay. Eilish, proud of you. Can't wait for the update. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your love and support. As always, please remember, I don't have tea, but I do have an empty water bottle because I'm fasting. Please become a devotee. Please fill your cup with love and go brew you. Eilish, I intend to have it finished before Friday. Way more powerful, honey. Be careful what you think and say, my friends, because you are listening. When you should, maybe, perhaps, could, probably, there's no power. Intend and watch what happens. Eilish, I love you. Everyone else, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I will be here as always, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday for Q&A Friday. So please start sending me your questions. I'm going to do a post shortly to get your questions. I want to know, what are you dealing with? What are you struggling with? How can I help you? How can I be of service? And my friends, please, if this has been helpful for you, share it, because I want to be of service to as many people as possible. My intention is to inspire people to believe in themselves and fulfill their potential now. I need your help to do that. I don't charge for this time, and I'm going to show up twice a week doing freebies because I love you. But how you could help me is by tagging your friends to say, tune in to this chick because she's helping us get our stuff sorted, only if it feels true for you. I love you. Eilish, go well, my love. I will look forward to having your company on 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday. Mwah, go well. Congratulations. And thank you to everyone that held space for Eilish and love and support. Yes, thank you, Tanja. You're worthy. The 5:45 alarm on a day off. Damn. See, that's standards. Oh, good on you. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate it. Okay, my friends, I am wrapping up because it's like 57 minutes. Go well. Much love. Go brew you. We'll see you on Friday. Go, Eilish.